Welcome back to the GAC Group 2015 ITTF World Tour Super Series Kuwait Open in Kuwait City, Kuwait. I'm Adam Bobrow, and we are at the quarterfinals of the women's singles. On screen, the Chinese Yuling in red versus Feng Tianwei in purple from Singapore. Should be an exciting match. Last time they played, it went to a fifth and deciding game where Yuling won 3-2. That was at the World Team Cup just a month ago in Dubai. Feng Tianwei, the 28-year-old, is world rank number 5, has been in the top 5 for women for a long time. On the team in 2010 from Singapore that beat the Chinese team, causing one of the hugest upsets in recent history. Yuling, the 20-year-old, is world rank number 6, just behind Feng Tianwei, despite having a good record against her. Yuling, an up-and-comer for the Chinese national team. I believe the youngest of the top world-ranked players from China. Liu Shiwen here, Ding Ning as well, Li Xiaoxia. And there's the step-in Chinese coach, Kong Hui, not here this tournament. And the classic Singaporean coach has been with the team for years and years. You've seen her face experience for Yu, Feng Tianwei. And Feng Tianwei actually had to beat her teammate to get here in an exciting 7-game match. That was in the round of 16 that she beat Yu 4-3. 7-game match rather. Han Ying, Irene Ivanchan, after their victory over the Hong Kong doubles team. Some excellent iPad photos of fans here in Kuwait. Look at that, you look great, I know. Floor sponsored by Tinsu. Table sponsor, T-Bar, the choice of the Kuwait Table Tennis Association. This is a best of 7 match, Feng Tianwei with the serve. Feng Tianwei making sure everything's clear, making her moves. Feng Tianwei known for being a wall and playing the angles, quick off the bounce reactions. Smart play right into the middle. Leads with the body, looking like it's going cross court to the forehand side. Strong loop into the forehand side of the table, misblocked. Feng Tianwei maybe just sort of settling into Ju's game right now. That is a strong receive, but well anticipated as Yuling moves wide to the forehand side. The ball did not drift that long on the serve, but Feng Tianwei anticipating it perfectly for that receive. Going for a very spinny backhand flip over the table, just missing contact. Blocked off the top of the net and out. Feng Tianwei again, her placement and control, very clever player. Even trained in Japan before coming to the Singaporean team. There was an opportunity in that point. You saw Yuling breaking to the forehand side, the open court, and Feng Tianwei blocked it right back into the backhand corner. Very smart play, hitting it behind the momentum of the body of the opponent. And extended fully on the forehand side as Yuling works the line of the table. We saw Feng Tianwei turn around the backhand in the middle of that rally. Risky, fast, long serve, and then attacked right into the pocket. Beautiful down the middle of the table. See the focus from both players. Look at that focus, the eye of the tiger right there. Yuling, intense stare. What a backhand, rocket right off the bounce. Has Feng Tianwei woken up the beast? So far, Feng Tianwei has been controlling the points. Again, not explosive power from Feng Tianwei, But clever play, smart placement. Moving Ju around. You could see a little apology there from Yuling. Feng left off balance as that ball came short. Possibly clipping the top of the net to change the pace of the ball, not allowing it to come all the way off the table. Now it's a 1-point game. Down the middle of the table, backhand to backhand. Feng Tianwei a bit off balance for that shot. Still backing up. Yuling taking a little pace off. It's a good time to do that. It's sort of like a compromised drop shot, really, in the middle of the rally. And that's the best rally we've seen this game so far. Feng Tianwei pulling in her signature inside-out forehand on the step around. That's the one. You could see the head of the racket coming down low after the shot. And then getting right back in for backhand to backhand play, staying close to the table. That's where Feng Tianwei is going to need to be. Yuling just too fast. The ball's not coming back quickly. And again, the clever play. We've seen variation of serve placement short to the forehand there from Feng Tianwei. We've seen some fast, long serves into the body. And both players stepping around that ball. Forehands from deep in the backhand corner. That first shot of this replay was right into the body, but Yuling able to step around after it. Really get into a counter-attacking point, take away all advantage from Feng Tianwei. Heavy spin from Feng Tianwei, a little bit extra spin on it. Takes a little pace off, and Yuling's ball goes long. Feng Tianwei trying to place it a little bit more on the elbow, breaking it a little more to the forehand side. Finds the net, and now it's tied up at 8 each. And Feng Tianwei's hand, that 40-plus ball, looks so big. Looks like a tennis ball almost from here. And the half-long serve coming just off the middle of the table, looped long. Very smart placement again by Feng Tianwei. 8 years the senior to 20-year-old Yuling. Placement and clever play. Feng Tianwei is going to have to outsmart Yuling. Because power for power, strength for strength, Yuling has the advantage. Off the top of the net and long, and it's 2 game points for Feng Tianwei to start off this match. Again, this is going to be a marathon match. It's the best of 7. Beautiful play. Feng Tianwei inside out with the forehand deep into the corner. Takes it 11-8 over China's Yuling. Game 2 back just after this break. And as we come back for game 2, Yuling has the serve, trailing 0-1 against Feng Tianwei of Singapore. And that's an aggravating experience. Fast serve down the line, but Feng Tianwei was waiting for it. Well anticipated. Should not miss that shot. And we saw that shot working very well for Feng Tianwei in game 1. Ball coming just a little bit long. Really spinning it up, getting a wrist behind that ball, creating an awkward attack. The awkward follow-up shot from Yuling. Outstanding power from both sides. The opening backhand and the follow-up forehand really keeping the pressure on. Right near the table, just turns. What a combination from Feng Tianwei. Anticipating the shot, right there waiting. And again, very smart play. Fast, long into the body, gets the step around from Yuling. And as Ju breaks to the forehand side, Feng Tianwei hitting it right behind her, back into the body. Tied up at 2 points each. Tough to tell where Ju was trying to go there. Looked like she was going to go possibly down the short side of the table. Then it looked like she was going to go cross court, but Feng Tianwei made her break. Ju looked a bit confused on where she wanted to place that ball and mishit it. Beautiful shot, excellent angle there. Yuling with the wide ball cross court in the backhand exchange. We're tied up at 3 points each. How fast these shots are. And low to the net, one after another. This is what makes them world top 6 and world top 5. Strong opening backhand right into the forehand of Feng Tianwei, who takes the point. Change of pace from Feng Tianwei, the spinny backhand. One thing that Feng Tianwei is just outstanding at is keeping her rhythm regardless of what's on the ball, breaking her opponent's rhythm. What a shot from the forehand, way deep in the backhand court. Looks like it almost sneaks around the net post. The short side of the table, beautiful shot. Very, very small surface area of the table where that shot can make it. It's high risk play and she's rewarded for it. And that's unfortunate for Feng Tianwei after that beautiful shot to the very widest part of the forehand court. But Yuling able to cover, bring it back. Keep the pressure on. Feng Tianwei not able to follow up with the backhand. And that's a rare situation. You're not going to see Feng Tianwei missing too many balls like that short in the rally, or early in the rally rather. Some intention behind those ball bounces. Big backhand spin shot to the shorter side of the table goes long, and that's 3 in a row for Yuling. This is very uncharacteristic of Feng Tianwei. The last 4 points in a row, 3 of which have gone the other way on missed backhand shots, just out in front of her a little bit on that one you could see. Credit to Ju for changing up placement on the table, trajectory of the ball. And this time the deep shot on the table, very comfortable for Feng Tianwei to counter. It's been the ones that were a little softer, a little shorter on the table and didn't come off. Feng Tianwei has been having trouble with the last several points before this last one. And after being up 6-3, we're tied up now. Feng Tianwei has 7-all with the serve. Inside out forehand, steps around for the backhand follow-up, no luck. The point actually goes to Yuling. Feng Tianwei now serving at 7-8. Beautiful backhand punch still almost comes back deep on the table, and we're tied up at 8 points each. Quick decision on the receive. Feng Tianwei thought the serve was going to come long, realized it wasn't. Got right in near the table quickly to touch it softly and start the rally with short shots. But again, that's a strong serve from Ju, able to force the hesitation out of her opponent on the receive. A fast long push into the backhand corner, but Yuling steps around for the strong opening. Now Ju has 2 game points to tie it up at 1 game each. Feng Tianwei earning a nice third ball opportunity, but Yuling blocks it right back and takes the game 11-8. We're tied up at 1 game each. Game 3 back just after this. And we're back for game 3, where Feng Tianwei has the serve, tied up at 1 game each. Both players dead even, 19 points to 19 points so far. Feng Tianwei was up 6-3 last game, lost 11-8. And a fast-paced game in the backhand-to-backhand counter exchange. Excellent placement from Yuling. Very spinny opening backhand, but Feng Tianwei read it like a book, stays right on top and blocks it back. But still, the block was not enough to stop Ju from blasting it out to wide forehand. Just off the top of the net and out. The mental game of these players, even at age 20, Yuling, a lot of experience on the pro tour, able to keep her head calm and focused, not let nerve affect the shot too much. Outstanding combination, 2 to the forehand and wide to the backhand. Seemed like Feng Tianwei would block one more down the short side of the table. But the way she came into that ball, really closed in, took the wide angle, got it right off the bounce. Very difficult for Ju to even reach that ball. Bit of an indecisive final shot there from Feng Tianwei after an inside-out forehand. Some nice counter looping. Both players back off the table. This is not typical for either of them, but Yuling showing great versatility and mobility in the back court. Ball barely coming off the table on the let service. Feng Tianwei, right idea, playing it into the body for that final shot, but he just gets blocked by the net. Fans in Kuwait, very excited, a lot of juniors here. Some fun hats in the crowd. Saw a British flag, the Union Jack in the back. Yuling just covering that first ball, coming right over the top with the short stroke on the backhand, but it's the follow-up that goes long. Fancy attempt from down below the table. Feng Tianwei played that point outstandingly well, but the last ball came back off the top of the net. Saw a little snake action. I don't think I've ever seen Feng Tianwei do that, trying to put some side spin on and disguise it from below the table. Feng Tianwei a little baffled by the contact there, a little surprised. Again, not a lot of emotional reaction from these players, staying very focused. Fast block coming back deep on the table, jamming Ju. You can see our sponsors, GAC Group, the motor company in the background. This is one of 2 locations outside of China where they actually have the vehicle here. And the long serve trails. Feng Tianwei got to be a little disappointed. The body language tough to read, but there was some hand-on-hip action there. Her backhand opening, she can normally depend on that receive to at least start the rally. Extra spin as she comes in over the ball near the table, looking around after it clips the edge of the racket. Still trailing by 2, but cannot afford to be exchanging 1 point for 1 point every time here. We've seen short serves to the forehand. We've seen a few long into the body, although that's been a much more rare serve from Feng Tianwei. And the inside-out serve short to the middle, not creating a perfect opportunity for the third ball. Long push and Feng Tianwei trying to open up. Now trailing by 3 with their second serve. She's trying everything, fast and long into the backhand side. Right now, Ju has a better answer for everything. Just missing wide on the backhand over the table banana flip. Feng Tianwei now facing 5 game points. Yuling, good opportunity to go up 2-1. Off the top of the net and out. 1 game point battled off from Feng Tianwei. Again, it's these quick exchanges right off the bounce, backhand to backhand, that's defining a lot of these points. And even as steady as Feng Tianwei is, she's less steady this game. That is it. The inside-out forehand clips the edge of the blade, and it's 11-6 for Yuling to take game 3. We'll be back with game 4 just after this break. Back for Game 4 in this best-of-7 match where Yuling is leading 2-1 over Feng Tianwei. Feng Tianwei with a break off the top of the net. Takes the first point of Game 4. Fast long serve well received by Feng Tianwei, and it's the finishing backhand that takes the point. Spin shot going just long down the middle. The backhand was a bit shaky in Game 3 for Feng Tianwei. The blocking game, which is usually where she's most steady. Beautiful combination. Second bounce of that serve was deep, right near the baseline of the table, and Yuling had to be off balance to step around that. That's the risk you take. Steps off the table. Feng Tianwei stays nice and close, not allowing Ju any time to reach that ball. Very uncomfortable shot. Not quite sure what it was about that ball. Heavy topspin deep on the table as Feng Tianwei sort of crouches to the ground trying to counter that ball. Even if she makes that shot, getting back up for the follow-up is going to be difficult. Goes for the deep push. We know Feng Tianwei knows how to use the deep push. We just saw it on the long underspin serve as she followed up with the counter right off the bounce. Tied up at 3 each. Feng Tianwei has her serves. Excellent topspin as the ball kicks up and off the edge of the racket. Feng Tianwei, very compact stroke. You can see Yuling rehearsing her over the top of the ball, making sure she stays on top with that backhand loop. And the placement of that shot, Ju spinning it, ball bouncing closer to the net. Feng Tianwei trying to reach out over the table for it. Difficult shot to time. Tied up again at 4 points each. And Yuling using that wrist, really spinning the ball to take the point. Sees the opening on the forehand side and uses the backhand to go out wide. Feng Tianwei needs to take this game. Does not want to be down 1-3 in this best-of-7 match. Beautiful shot out wide, bending away just outside the table. Going off the sideline. Earlier in the game, Ju was punished for stepping around the backhand to use the forehand, and now she's staying planted in the middle and redirecting a lot with the backhand. Clever opportunity, sees the ball high, goes for the forehand flip over the table. That serve's been coming at her a lot. Feng Tianwei doing the inside-out forehand to the middle and forehand side of the table. That's the fast long push. She got the first step of the combo this time. The follow-up, that's where the problem was. Ju keeping the ball a little shorter on the table with her topspin shot. Off the top of the net and then the edge of the table, just out. It's going to be 9-5 for Ju. Fast long shot getting wider and wider after that serve opening. And it is now 10-5. Keeping Feng Tianwei covering over and over. Feng Tianwei working it way out wide to the forehand side. Still has a long way to go. 4 more game points against her. Zhu now with the serve. In the driver's seat in score and in serve. Spinny backhand as she leans back to lift and takes it convincingly. 11-6 for the second game in a row. Now up 3 games to 1. We'll be back with game 5 just after this break. And we're back for game 5. Feng Tianwei down 1-3 with the serve. Feng taking the first point. Strong start. Beautiful combination, opening with the backhand, staying close to the table with the counter on the forehand side, playing the short side of the table. This is where Feng Tianwei's most effective, right on top of the table. In general, a practice that you want to do is being as close to the table as you can be. And again, right off the bounce, Feng Tianwei showing a player that we haven't seen in a few games. Feng Tianwei took the first game and lost the last 3. The last 2 held to only 6 points. Yuling been very controlling the last 2 games. What a shot right down the line. Season opening, not an inch for error. Still, that's the first point for Zhu this game. Zhu having a lot of practice this tournament against defensive players even. Moving the ball around, keeping Feng Tianwei guessing. Both players have strong footwork, but Zhu, a bit younger, will stretch her feet a bit more, get a little wider in stance. Feng Tianwei used to hopping around a bit, you could see there. It's a little bit less effective on getting to that ball. She can get to the ball, but the shot's not going to have as much power. At 28 years of age, the game's a little bit more physically demanding for her. So she's trying to keep her strokes compact, stay close to the table. Again, the ball out in front. Yuling spinning it, picking a nice place on the table for the bounce. And after 4 straight points, the timeout is called. Feng Tianwei is going to be talking it over. Started with the first 3 points of the game. And that is not a look of satisfaction. Neither is that. Some self-coaching here. Trying to get an outside perspective. Like a point from a different game almost. Every single shot, if you can force your opponent to hesitate, You can see in some of these replays, Yuling showing push and then turning to an attack. Something we haven't seen since the first game was the inside-out forehand working for Feng Tianwei. We haven't seen her try too many. Yes, it's a risky play. It's worked well in combination after she opens with the backhand, following up with the forehand down the short side of the table. But again, you're leaving the whole court open if Ju can block it back. But fearless play, Feng Tianwei turning the corner again. See if Feng Tianwei's timeout leads to a different strategy from the service game. Some heavy side spin on that inside-out forehand. Ju blocking it off the table. Looked like she was trying to go to the forehand anyway, as Feng steps around the backhand. Some strong backhand-to-backhand play. Feng Tianwei deterring any real backhand attacks from Ju. We've seen Yuling getting some powerful backhand shots right off the bounce. Very specific placement from Feng Tianwei to stop it. Beautiful touch on the receive right near the net. Yuling getting there a step late and then pushing long. Feng Tianwei closing it out right into the body. Soft touch by Feng Tianwei, and then another soft ball played by Yuling, barely coming off the table. That's the first point since the timeout that Ju's won. She was up 4-3 when the timeout was called. Feng Tianwei scored 4 points in a row. And then a soft play, off a soft play to take the point. Goes for the inside-out forehand on the step around. Just a second late. Not able to really get behind that ball. Now 1 point game as the last two have gone to Ju. An important play, Feng Tianwei. Up 8-6 now, straightening up her knee support. We've seen players younger and younger wearing these. High pressure that demands physically of the game. And the step around just a second late from Yuling. Goes for the flat kill shot cross court. And Feng Tianwei looking to take this to a 6th game. Short side of the table, backhand spin shot goes long, and it is 4 game points. No towel break. Yuling thought there would be. Every 6 points. So if Ju can stay in this game 2 more points, she'll have her towel break. Feng Tianwei wants no such thing, trying to finish it off. The first game point opportunity. Spinny backhand does it. And now Yuling's gonna have a full minute to use her towel. Still up 3-2. We'll be back for game 6 just after this. And the players are back at the table for Game 6 of the women's singles quarterfinals. Yuling of China, now with the serve, is leading 3-2. Just off the top of the net now. First point goes to Yuling. Coming into this game, Yuling is outscoring Feng Tianwei 47 points to 42. Right idea from Feng Tianwei, gets the first ball with the backhand right off the bounce and then tries to switch up the direction of the forehand side of the table. High pressure shot. Yuling keeping it deep on the table with topspin, not allowing Feng Tianwei to play such angles. In the last game, the first 3 points went to Feng Tianwei. This time, Yuling takes the first 3. Points in a row here. Beautiful angles. Feng Tianwei taking advantage of a shorter loop. One down the line and then one way back to the backhand corner. Feng Tianwei staying planted, not budging from near the table. And after 2 strong forehands well placed, the backhand gets away from Feng Tianwei. There's good pressure from Yuling, but it shouldn't be too much for Feng. Not on that point. And a miss hit again. Good opportunity for Feng Tianwei to work it out wide as the ball was shorter on the table. Still, Feng Tianwei has to play a high pressure game. So much speed, even from off balance, Yuling able to get wrist action like nobody's business and spin it deep on the table. There are no timeouts left for Feng Tianwei. She's trailing 1 point to 6 with the serve. Ripping backhand makes it 7-1 for Yuling. She's got 1 foot in the semifinals already. We'll see. Last time Feng Tianwei was down 1-7 at the Japan Open, she scored 10 points in a row. She's either waiting to do it from a more suspenseful score or not up to any good fortune. Yuling kept bringing the ball back, and Feng Tianwei a very focused attacking game. Some of those shots were kicking way out away from the table at the very baseline. Fancy serve from Feng Tianwei that clips the top of the net. The after motion made it look like the ball had some magic on it. Flip to the middle of the body, but Yuling spins it back. Fast serve deep into the backhand. Feng Tianwei keeping it just fast enough. If it's going to be long, that's exactly how it's got to be. Fast and right into the body. You could see it kept Yuling off balance. Forced a shot in less time than Yuling wanted. Excellent off the bounce play. Feng Tianwei with the backhand. Been a little spotty against Yuling's spin shots. 3 out of the last 4 points have gone to Feng Tianwei. Was down 1-8, but now it's 9-4. And the spinny shot kicking up from the backhand corner. Yuling now has 6 match points against Feng Tianwei. Fast long serve into the backhand again. See how many times that serve is going to work. Gonna have to mix it up a little bit. And just missing the short side of the table, it's Yuling, the 20-year-old, world ranked number 6, taking down Feng Tianwei, 11 points to 5 and 4 games to 2 in the women's quarterfinals here at the Kuwait Open. Stick around because we've got another exciting Hyo-won, the chopper defensive player from Korea. Stay tuned.